We find that people tend to romanticize how chickens live on small farms. They picture them always free ranging outside for their feed and living the good life. But the reality of the matter is, winter in Saskatchewan sucks. So today, we're going to show you what we feed our hens throughout the winter and how we prepare that feed. On the farm, we find it's important to have a good start to our day. So we always make coffee first thing. And before anything, we drink the coffee. After coffee, we'll make breakfast and then we can start our day. So we had to drive to the neighbor's place to get some wheat. We ran out and we use wheat as the main ingredient in chicken feed. It's our first time actually having it in a mini tote. We used to have it in one of the bins down at the farm where we do all of our crushing. We thought it'd be a lot more convenient to have it right beside the crusher instead of in a bin. So after we were all loaded up, we went to where I have my crusher set up, and that is a few miles down the road. So the next ingredient on our list to make chicken feed is oats, and I don't actually have an auger, so I have to use a 5-gallon pail and just pail it out. It works pretty good for the amount of birds we have, but that is on the list of hopefully in the future to buy is feed augers. Now that I have my oats, I'm going to pail out the amount of wheat that I need to do the batch of feed I'm doing this time. I just do it in small batches. It seems to work good for us. I'm at my father-in-law's farm, which is just a few miles down the road from where we live and have our chickens. This is me putting the wheat into the crusher and just setting the plate so it can crush the right amount without stalling my electric motor out. I'm into this whole setup for very, very cheap. I kind of just rigged it up one day, so that's kind of why it looks kind of a little bit crude and 2x4s holding the motor back. But it works, and it's worked for the last 3 years, so we'll continue to use it. So you've probably seen me throwing a bunch of pails of grain into our crusher. The first 5 were wheat. Uncrushed wheat looks like. And then once it goes through the crusher, it just makes it easier for the chickens to actually get the full nutritious value out of it. You can just see it breaks it up into almost like quarters, I would say. And then the last 3 was oats. This is uncrushed oats, and then the crushed oats. Yeah, it just kind of pulverizes it, but keeps the hulls and stuff. So that's what that looks like. And then, so you see we have a bunch of different ingredients here. This stuff, kind of heavy, looks like rock. It's because it's kind of what it is. It's bone and shell, and it is used for help the egg health and egg health.
It's a calcium supplement, so it helps eggs develop strong shells, and it also acts as grit, so it helps the chickens digest their food.
Sounds good. And then this would be the 35% layer ration. So we buy this from our feed store, and it just is all the vitamins and protein that the chickens need to be healthy. At first I was mixing everything by hand, and I was like, this is getting old. So actually I found this old stucco mixer, and it works supremely well for making feed. This is how we go about making our feed. It's kind of crude, but it really works for us, and it's way cheaper than buying the pre-made stuff at our feed store. Yeah, so if there's any helpful tricks that you've learned or tips, let us know in the comments, and if you liked what you see, please subscribe and like our page. Have a good one.